create my own effects. Hoy hoy everyone, welcome to another spooky episode of the O Show. I'm O, and I have dog hair in my mouth. What the? I am here for your amusement. And you guys, so this is another episode of my Halloween Orphathon. And tonight, we are going to talk about a OG movie. Y'all, give it up for Night of the... Wait, hold on. You know I have issues with my lighting. Night of the Living Dead. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, whatever. Okay, yes. Classic movie, 1968, something like that, by Mr. George A. Romero. And, yeah, this is the movie that, well, I don't know if it really started it all, but this is the one that got people's attention, like, he got something here with these, zombies, which actually this whole movie, they never say the word zombie. I believe they reference them as ghouls. But, yeah, you guys, it's like one of the biggest, like, zombie movies like ever. And funny story, before I go into a little info of the movie. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that story for the end. And I gotta watch. But yeah, so this movie here, like, I was a weird child. Like, of course, if I watch a movie the first time, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I'm scared as hell. But after I got used to this movie, like, I could just watch this movie, like, every day as a child. And when I say a child, I mean, I must have been, like, 6, 7, 8, something like that. If not, like, maybe 7, 8, 9. No, it was before 9. I was younger than that. But, I actually had this movie on VHS, and I would just watch it all the time. So, what is it about? So, there is a zombie outbreak, which, if you listen to, there's a scene in the movie where there's a radio playing and people are trying to figure it out, and they're really blaming it on, like, radiation. So there was, like, this space program, and I forgot the whole, like, lore of what's happening, but anyway, there was this radiation that was causing, which they believe, the bodies to reanimate and walk again, and then they start eating the living. So we start off in a cemetery with Barbara and her brother Johnny. They're putting a wreath of flowers on their father's graveyard, gravesite, and there is a ghoul among them. Barbara runs to a house in the middle of nowhere. It's abandoned. There's a dead body upstairs, but she's at least in there safe, which she thinks. And when she's about to get attacked, we have Ben show up, who seems to be our hero in the movie. And it's just pretty much them trying to figure shit out. As they are boarding up the house and everything, we end up finding out that there's people in the basement this whole time that could have been upstairs helping. So you have Mr. Cooper, you have his wife Helen, you got a guy named Tom and his girlfriend Judy, and then Cooper and Helen's daughter, I forgot her name, but she got bit. So you're like, And so she's in the basement just knocked out. Yeah, so it's just pretty much a power struggle on who's controlling what in the house and who's doing this to that, and just craziness when everyone could have just been helping each other. You know, they try to make a getaway at one point with this truck and a gas pump out front, but shit happens and we lose Tom and Judy. The zombies in this movie, there's probably maybe 30, if that, at a time that attacks the house at the end, because like all this noise and shit is just attracting them to this house, so they're just slowly just making their way to it. And in the end, we have the showdown of them breaking through all the doors and windows, and Cooper was like, hey, the cellar is the best place we can go. Ben is like, fuck that, I'm going to defend everything up here. And then at the end of the day, Ben's like, let me get my ass down to the cellar because shit's not working up here. And everyone's turning. The little girl eats everybody. They gotta put the girl out of her misery. And at the end of the day, everything is just destroyed, and the only person that's left is poor Ben. And we think Ben is safe and sound, but next day, you have the villagers walking through, doing a sweep, and they mistake Ben for a ghoul, and all done. That is not Living Dead. But y'all, just the way he just portrayed these zombies, like even the scene where Tom dies and they go to this truck and they're eating the bodies, and you just see like it was what you know is like body parts, intestines, like liver, like, and these ghouls are just eating things, and it's what? So yeah, so that's not Living Dead. So look, y'all. So I watched this movie so much, I was like, hell no. I am not gonna be these stupid people who sees like the daughter downstairs walking all ghoulish and being like, hell, going, oh my baby, oh give me a hug, and then your ass is you're dead. So I said, nope, not today. So one day, my mom got the bright idea as I'm watching Night of the Living Dead. At the time, the VCR was in her room, so I didn't have it in my bedroom yet. So I had to watch things in her bedroom. And that night was Night of the Living Dead night for me. And as she was getting ready for bed, she decided to have the bright idea to walk over to me going, Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead. So I'm like, okay, like stop, ha, you're so funny, right? But no, y'all, I was not gonna be a fool like these people in here and die. So she got super close to like laying me down on the bed, going Night of the Living Dead, that I slapped the shit out of my mom. And I went, stop! And she had the nerve to get mad at me. You gotta be mad at me for slapping you? Talk about some Night of the Living Dead. You know, like, she better be looking with a slap. Because if I have to fight my way out of that room, I will. The slap was just the beginning. Don't play with me now. Oh my god, that was so funny. Okay, so seriously though, like, this girl, Barbara, in this movie, I feel like she was the first person who got on my nerves in a movie, like, ever. Like, I would just watch the way she just acted. Like, I get it, girl. You're in shock. Oh, I get it. You just ran away from a guy who just tried to kill you. He killed your brother. You're in a house with a black man. Oh, who slaps the shit out of her. Then she faints. Speaking of slapping, this movie influenced me. And, but man, there's at one point, you know, it was really funny. I love the part where Ben is telling her what happened to him. Like, you know, there was a truck, and the truck, they pushed the truck over, and there was explosions, and they just stood there, and they were getting hit by cars, and they didn't care, and blah, blah, blah. So then Barbara starts going into her whole, like, so me and Johnny were in the graveyard, and then it just seems like Ben's like, whatever, I don't want to hear the story. And then she starts getting, like, crazy. Even before she got crazy, he was like, how about you just calm down? And she's trying to tell him her story. I just thought that was so funny. And then I remember just probably why children should not watch horror movies when they're really, really young. But yeah, I just remember thinking, like, if anything ever happens, like, what am I going to... Like, how would I get out of this situation? If I'm at someone's house, there's a zombie apocalypse, where am I going to go? Where am I going to run to? What should I do? Like, this is something you should not be thinking about when you're in the third grade. But that was my life. Until I watched the next movie, and then I was like, oh, well, there's shit worse than zombies. The fucking demons got into my life, and I started watching those movies. So The Walking Dead just seemed like, well, I could probably just run my fat ass by them. Like, they're slow. Until, you know, now movies today, they make the damn Night of the Living Dead, run, and now they're chasing you. Like, no, I can't. Like, just kill me now. Because I don't know how to survive that shit. Alright, you guys, so let me know your thoughts of the OG Night of the Living Dead, not that 90s crap. There was actually a remake in the 90s where they made this in color, but they pretty much like retold the whole story, like from beginning to end. Was Tony Todd in it? I think Tony Todd was in it. I think he was Ben. Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, what are your thoughts? Please let me know in the comments. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? Would you like to watch it? But yes, do yourself a favor and watch the OG Night of the Living Dead because it is amusing. So this is the end of this video. I'm actually going to review Romero's next video, Dawn of the Dead, which some of you newbies might be familiar with the remake that actually came out, but nope, we're taking it back to the old school. So we're going to talk about the original Dawn of the Dead and then his part 3 of his Dead trilogy, which was Day of the Dead. So I'm actually going to leave this candle lit and record the next video, which you will probably see tomorrow, whenever this video is released. They will be back to back, so I promise. Alright, so until then, TTFN.